Okay, I'm going to try to show you something. I don't know if it's going to work. It works a little bit. This is an ohm meter, and I've got it on ohms, which means if there is resistance in the wire, it'll show up. I'm touching the two probes together, so I have zero resistance. Now I'm touching the two wheels on the right side of this truck, and I have no current whatsoever. Nothing flows. Now I'm going to switch it over and touch the left side of this truck, and I have no resistance. Very little, no resistance. Okay. Now I'm going to show you why. In this design, on the left side, I've introduced a cavity to each of the brass bushings for this six-wheel truck. Now, the bushings are, they're like this. They're pressed in. The silver circles, the three that look empty, and the one there is threads. The three empty circles are brass bushings that are pressed in. And this is what they look like, okay? They have a little flange at the top so they don't go all the way in, and then they're tighter at the bottom and you just push them in. In this case, I put a piece of wire in here with insulation, and I put a brass bushing, pressed it in. So in this one here, the continuity between the wheels is built into the side frame instead of the wires that I've been putting up with, trying to thread and to make alignments and form and teach you guys how to make, and I'm getting a little bit of flack on, oh, that's not easy, that's tricky. Okay, I heard you. Now I'm going to take this apart and show it to you. One-handed. At no time will my other hand leave the camera. You may not see what I'm doing, but I'm not going to let go of it. Okay, there it is. It's out, right? Now here you see the unmolested side frame. Here you'll see a prototype side frame with some kind of a groove up above that. It's hard to see because everything's black. But now look. There is a piece of wire going in that groove, and the wire is stripped right at the insert. So I have bare wire going into the housing, and that is the axle rubbing on that bushing, and when it goes down the track, it's going to conduct from the wheel to the bushing to the wire to the next wheel. Every wheel will be pointing in, and this one in particular is going to have a third wire straight up the top, and it's going to have a few inches on it, and that is our connector for this side straight up to the AC-DC converter. I'm printing, I've increased the depth of the groove, and I'm printing that new model right now. You can barely see it in there. It's not up to the print part of the groove yet, but it will be shortly. The groove is about 1/2 millimeter deep, and this part is about 1.5 millimeters thick. So I'm still going to have a full millimeter under this. And what I've had to do to get here is take the part and do the split trick. I'm going to move a body, this body. I'm just going to move it straight down so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh my God, there's the other half of the thing with two holes in it, and the two holes are where the brass bushings go in. But what I'm going to have to do in order to make this, print it at high quality, is cut it in half, print this side down flat so that all this detail here will be on top, and then print this side down flat. So all that detail will be on the top. So I print 2 halves, and then when before I put my brass bushings in, I put some super glue across this piece, smash them together, put the bushings in, and they are now one piece. And they are the conductor. They're going to pick up the power and turn it over to the motor controller and any other stuff that we have. I think this is going to work. I've tested it before. I got really excited about it, and I just sort of lost track of it. And when I did my exercise yesterday and I went through the wire and I went, oh gosh. And then I got some of the feedback on you. For you guys like, oh, I had this other method and I never, oh, my print failed, gang. My print failed. I'm gonna have to restart it. Okay, don't worry, I'll go get it. I had this idea, I never fully introduced it. I'm working on it right now. This is it. This is the first one I've ever made. All right, so let me fix the print, restart it, and I'll get back to you later. Hopefully I'll have a video by the end of the day to show you. All right, bye.